Hello everybody, it's me, your good friend Sparky, and welcome to E.Gadd's Garage on the Mario Party 6 CPU Tournament Preliminaries. Welcome to E.Gadd's Garage, I just said that. Want to hear about this board? Heck yeah. Rush to the star space with 20 coins to buy a star. The star will move to a different location as soon as someone grabs it. You'll find all kinds of rare orbs here, so use them cleverly. And let's figure out the turn order with everyone hitting dice blocks. And rolling another 10 for the person going first, heck yeah. First up is Luigi. Second up is Yoshi. Third is Peach. And fourth is Wario. Following our character rotation, Mario will come back into play towards the end of things in the preliminary rounds. We'll figure that out as time goes on. We'll get to see everybody again eventually. But everyone starts off with 10 coins, and conveniently Luigi is going first, so I get to show off the board. The first star is up over this way. First to buy it, first to it gets to get it. Buy it. 20 coins. That's a sentence. And let's party. Getting the second round of our preliminaries going. And on the E.Gadd board, Luigi gets to go first, which is appropriate, I think. E.Gadd's board is a little more complicated than the treetops were. Taking a quick look around, there's all sorts of gizmos and gadgets lying around that you need to keep track of, including these teleporters here, which will teleport you to other appropriate spots on the board. There's also things like giant fans and sections like over here that will change your orbs and things like that. Because E.Gadd is all about crazy experiments and science and gadgets and all sorts of things like that. Indeed. Go ahead and swap Luigi over to a computer player to get us really going. And let's begin round 2 of the preliminaries. Luigi getting himself a Klepto orb, which I believe will cause Klepto to swoop down and take whoever landed on it to another space. Yoshi, unfortunately, getting a red space. Not a great way to start the game off. Princess Peach getting a Kamek orb. And notably, if you look at the maps around, you can see where the star is on those little maps too. And Wario, hey there, buddy. Rolling a 9, getting himself a Sluggish Shroom orb, which is fairly handy. It slows down your dice roll and more or less lets you pick how many spaces you want to roll. It's very nice. Definitely one of the higher tier orbs as far as usefulness is concerned. Our first mini-game of round 2 of the preliminaries is a 1 vs 3 Dusk Till Dawn, yet again. Just saw this towards the end of the last board. It's time to do a little bit of cleaning. Yoshi has a room to himself up there, while everyone else has to work together. I believe players can also kind of function on larger spots at the same time to more quickly clean them. But Yoshi makes quick work of his room and ends up winning that minigame. Started off with a red space, but ends up getting the first minigame victory. Luigi's turn once again, not throwing down his Klepto orb. And also not wanting to stop at the shop. Yoshi with an 8, gets himself a mushroom orb, very cool. Heading up this way. Getting a blue space, okay. Princess Peach's turn. Using our Kamek orb. I just did remember that there are brief explanations of what the orbs do on the screen there for a second, which is something I probably should have been paying attention to. But, Kamek's on the board now. He's gonna do a thing with orbs, I think. Wario hanging onto his Sluggish Room orb for right now. Getting himself a Podoboo orb. That ends up setting a trap on a space where once someone walks by it, they get their rear set on fire and they lose some coins. 4-player minigame is up, Memory Lane. In this minigame, you have to memorize the path that the Shy Guy takes to the end, and then you have to walk the same path without, you know, walking off and then falling into the depths below, just like that. Yoshi making pretty quick work at that, though, not falling in once. He memorized that Shy Guy's path well. So far, it's kind of seeming like Yoshi is going to be the one to beat this time around. Trying to get those first place victories is important in the preliminaries. Yoshi, not Yoshi, Luigi, he's the other green one, throwing down his Klepto Orb and getting himself a few coins in the process. Though, like other Mario Party games, Luigi's color is treated as blue, like his individual player color. His spaces, character spaces are blue, while Yoshi gets to get the green. Because I guess it wouldn't really make sense for Yoshi to have any other color but green, even though, ironically, Yoshi's come in all different sorts of colors, but this is the main green variety. Uh-oh, Round of Miracles is up. It's not gonna cost too much damage this early in the game, but someone may be saying goodbye to their coins. No one knows what'll happen in this crazy event. Let's find out. Looks like Princess Peach gets herself. Unfortunate. Who's the other contestant gonna be, though? It's Wario. And finally, let's see what they'll be swapping. Oh, Princess Peach has to give 20 coins to Wario. It's her own doing. Oh, the calamity indeed. Definitely not the result that she wanted, I think. Speaking of Wario, he's throwing down the Podoboo Orb. It should be noted that the orb spaces do come in those two varieties. One is kind of like a hologram hanging up over the space there, and that will always activate when a player passes by it. Heyo, time for a battle minigame. And the other variety just acts as a regular space where you have to land on it to get the effect. A 20-coin battle. Oh my, that's a lot of coins. That's most of everybody's coins. Not a full pot. Well, let's see where we end up going off to. We're going to Strawberry Short Fuse. Battle games like in Mario Party 5 are decided by a vote, like was just seen there. And in Strawberry Short Fuse, there are monkeys with cakes and bombs on their plates. You want to find a monkey who's got a slice of cake instead of a monkey with a bomb. But they mix themselves up pretty effectively, so it's difficult to tell which monkey goes where. Oof, Princess Peach getting a bomb, getting blown away. Luigi's turn. Which one is he gonna pick? That one right there. Oh, that's a bomb. So far, nobody's getting any cake. Let's see. Will Yoshi get some cake? Yes, he does. Delicious. And now it's Wario's turn. Will he be as lucky? Let's see. Yay, cake. Now Yoshi is up again. There's only so many pieces of cake, and there's only so many bombs, too. But, it'll end right here, it looks like. I believe the game might also end automatically after a certain amount of time, but I'm not sure. I may be thinking of something different. But hey, Wario claims that battle minigame. Wario is doing very well in the coin department thanks to battle games and rounds of miracles and things like that. And hey, it's nighttime on E.Gadd's Garage. At nighttime, the pathways will rotate, and the orb events, some of them will change depending on the time of day. The paths will even rotate while someone is standing on them, so it can completely throw off the direction you want to go in if you're not careful. Depending on the whims of the dice rolls, anyway. Yoshi using his mushroom orb. Getting an 8 and a 4. Not too bad. Let's see where he's gonna end up going. Getting a Bob-omb orb. I believe what that orb does is it lays down a trap. And every time someone walks by it, a countdown will count down. And then once the countdown counts down, it'll blow up on someone. Well, we'll see how that ends up going. Wario's got a Mr. Blizzard orb. If someone lands on that space, Mr. Blizzard will fall on top of them, and he'll end up destroying all of their orbs that they happen to have. And it should also be noted, if you land on your own space like that, I think you just get 5 coins from the space. You don't succumb to your own event. Anyway, we're up to another 4-player minigame, Note to Self. Players have to do their best to jump up and jump off of each other's heads to hit the notes that are bouncing around the room. Every time they hit the note, they get a point. And ideally, you want to try and kind of trap the note in a corner towards the bottom, if you can, to sort of continuously bounce off of it and rack up lots of points. It's a little difficult to do that, though, when you have everybody else jumping around yourself. Better you could trap it against a wall and try to get lots of points that way, but Wario, whoa, with a 10 points, getting a win there. At first it was Yoshi that we were looking out for, but now I think Wario is going to be a bit of a devastating player here. Luigi's turn, using a Paratroopa orb. This one, I do not believe functions the same way it did in Mario Party 5. Oh, and Luigi walking by the Poto Boos and getting torched. Does not have enough coins to get the star, but Wario sure as heck does. Getting a Sluggish Shroom orb, okay. Yoshi, setting down that Bob-omb. Indeed. Putting it right by Luigi there. Getting a Kamek orb, okay. Heading up this way. And also, you do not trigger your own traps as you walk by them, as just demonstrated. Princess Peach choosing not to use her orb, rolling a 7. Getting herself a Super Shroom orb, okay. And landing on a Bowser space, uh-oh. We knew we had to see this big guy eventually. Landing right on Princess Peach. It's Bowser time. And it's time for a Bowser minigame. You have to play one of his dreaded minigames, and the loser must hand over all their coins. The minigame wheel decides your doom. We're playing Pit Boss, it looks like. There's also a Bowser minigame there that I haven't seen at all yet. Bowser tosses down giant spike balls into the pit, and whoever gets hit by them ends up getting eliminated, which means they end up losing their coins. Poor Yoshi. As one slows down, though, Bowser adds another to the mix. And another, getting things really going. And everybody gets bowled over. Bowser just cleared out everybody's coins. From my experience, that is actually a really hard minigame to not lose at. Those spike balls are pretty huge, and that minigame goes on for a while. Everyone is dropped down to 0 coins with 0 stars, which means Wario's definitely not getting that star he was about to get. And we're all set to even, set to 0. Choosing to use his Sluggish Room Orb, getting a nice, slow dice roll for him to decide how many spaces he wants. He wants to go 2 spaces, it looks like. To land on a dual space. Wario, nobody has anything. Nobody has anything, Wario. Why did you just do that? I'm very confused. Well, oh well. We're moving on to a 2v2 minigame. Time for Rocky Road. Sounds tasty. But, in reality, we're just driving down a road. And there are rocks in the way. Players have to get out of their car and break the rocks in the path without accidentally hitting each other. So their Shy Guy chauffeur can lead them down the road. Obviously, working together to break the rocks breaks them faster, but as things go on, things get a little tougher. There are now 3 rocks in the path. So you could either divide and conquer and try to break more than 1 rock at the same time, or you could accidentally kick each other in the back of the head like Luigi and Yoshi just did. I don't even know what just happened there. And now there's some rather big boulders in the way. Like I said, you can either work together to clear out rocks faster, or divide and conquer and try to clear out more than one at once. And as things wind down, you get to the really big guy right in the middle. It's just about as how quick you can break it that it looks like this minigame's going to Peach and Wario. Okay. They win! The Shy Guy picked up his other passenger, and now they can all go to a birthday party or something. I don't know. I don't know where they were driving to, honestly. Today, we're up to the last 5 turns. Only a few turns left. Right now, by grace of having that one minigame victory, Peach and Wario are tied for first, and Yoshi and Luigi have absolutely nothing. Luigi gets to be deciding what everyone's fate is here. He gets 5 character spaces added to the board that are decided completely at random. Not even I know what's getting tossed down there, which especially helps considering I already don't know what half of the orbs do. Well, that's all the bonuses that are getting awarded for now, and now duels are in play. Now Luigi has an extra bit of ammo and firepower scattered around the board here. So we'll see if that comes into play. Luigi making his way up this way, but not able to get the star because he don't have coins. And hey, here comes Kamek. What's up? The name's Kamek. I'll give all of your orb spaces to Peach. Oh no. All your orbs on the board now belong to Peach, right after he just got them. Yeah, I was thinking of, in Mario Party 5, I think, Kamek would shuffle orbs around. Oh, Yoshi hitting a happening space and activating the conveyor. He does get some coins in the process, but it does change his placement on the board. But Kamek is a little more brutal in this game, it seems. Now Princess Peach has lots of extra ammunition scattered around the board. Which might cause some devastation for people. She gets herself a Zap Orb. And, oh, ends up triggering the bomb. Oh, I think I was thinking of how it worked in Mario Party 5, the bomb bomb. I guess it just kind of stops you in your place this time? I might be missing some kind of detail about it. In which case, if it just stops you in your place, it doesn't really act any different than the Thwomp Orb. I really should just go through and scan through effects and things like that, so I'm not completely blind as to what things are doing. But hey, we're playing a little bit of Clean Team. Players have to work together in this minigame to clean all of these dirty windows. One player has a spray bottle, and the other one has a rag for cleaning them up. You gotta spray the window first, and then the player with the rag has to go through and wipe the window down. But you have to kind of organize yourselves and work around each other because you can get in each other's way if you're not careful. So for example, once Peach has sprayed all the windows down, it's going to be advisable for her to just get the heck out of Yoshi's way so he can clean the rest of the windows. Finish! I'm actually not sure who won that just now. I guess it was Wario and Luigi. They were just a hair ahead of the other team, it looks like. Haha, indeed. Let's see here. It's back to daytime, which means the board is rotating again up there. And the orb events are changing back to their daytime variant. Luigi, rolling a 1. Still can't get that star, though. It's kind of debatable if anybody will get that star at this point. It might just come down to the bonus stars for this particular preliminary round. Yoshi gets a little coin bonus. Rolling a 3, heading up this way. Still trying to definitely determined to get that star. Princess Peach has a Super Shroom Orb and enough coins to get a star, but she is refusing to do so for some reason. Only really hurting your chances there, Princess. Wario with a 7. I believe just walked by the star. Yes, indeed. Unfortunate. Time for another 4-player game. What is it gonna be? Treasure Trawlers is our game of choice. In this minigame, you're commanding your boats with little grapple arms on them around this here pool of water. And you are looking for treasure chests hidden under the waves. Usually this game would be controlled with the rumble setting on your GameCube controller. The controller would rumble as you approach something, and then you would respond by hitting the A button to grab whatever's under the water. But with the rumble feature set off, you get a little exclamation mark over the characters' heads instead. Every treasure chest gives you a point, and I think gold treasure chests are also scattered about, which will get you extra points. But also there are bob-ombs hidden around that will end up stunning you. Princess Peach wins that minigame, gets herself a few more coins. Let's see. She's still on her way to getting the star, too. It's either going to Peach or... No, probably just Peach at this point. Oh, but we've got a duel going on. Neither one of them has stars, so they can only bet coins. Luigi betting 7 of his coins against Wario's coin count there. 14 coins in all. Let's see what our duel minigame is going to be. We have T-5. In this minigame, players are trying to make their way to a rocket in the background there. They more or less have to ground pound on the panel that they're on top of once it lights up. But as things go on, the flashing light starts to move around faster and faster. As you get towards the end there, it can get pretty darn tricky to time your ground pounds appropriately. There's of course a little bit of lag as you are trying to perform your ground pound where you're hanging in the air. So you've got to time that out with the speed at which the light is moving around and also with your button presses. This minigame is honestly a bit tricky as things go on. If you miss your ground pound, you get shocked and stunned for a bit. And there's no time limit, so we're just here until somebody wins, and it looks like it's going to be Luigi. He claims his 7-coin prize, and also takes off into space. Oh yeah, I'm a winner. And there goes Wario. No explanation as to what happened to him, he's just floating through space now. Luigi wins the duel and gets all 14 coins. Enough to get a star if he should be so lucky. Yoshi's turn. Rolling a 3. Getting a red space. Unfortunate. And Peach's turn. Still not using that Super Shroom Orb for some reason. She ends up hitting the happening space up there, causing coins to rain down on both her and Yoshi, but completely displacing her on the board, so she can't get the star. She can roll 3 dice blocks, and she is just choosing not to for some reason. There's really no reason to refuse that. Speaking of rolling extra dice blocks, though, Wario using his mushroom, getting himself a Super Shroom Orb. Let's see what else is going to be happening here. Getting a Bullet Bill Orb, which I really can't remember what it does, but I remember what this does. It's the Round of Miracles. Here to cause some devastation once more. Let's see what ends up happening here. Let's begin by selecting our lucky contestant. It's Wario himself. Next up, Princess Peach. And what's gonna be happening here? What's the prize gonna be? They have to trade coins. Peach continuing to be a little unlucky here. Losing her coins to Wario, stuck with his 14 coins instead. And you know, if you use your Super Shroom Orb, you'd have a star right now and you really wouldn't have to worry that much about the coins, but here we are. Next up, we've got Ray of Fright, a 1 vs 3 minigame. Luigi is in the center of the board here, shooting out solar-powered lasers that reflect off of the walls. And pretty much well, everyone has to avoid the lasers, but that didn't really work out, did it? Peach just kind of ran right into that one. Oh well. I suppose that is a thing that just happened. Only 2 turns left of preliminary round number 2. Let's see, Luigi ends up hitting a Peach space and losing his orb spaces to Peach once again. Though it says all, I'm just realizing that that's not accurate, because Luigi still had orb spaces from the 5 turns events there. In fact, I think he had 3 in a row in that spot he just showed. It doesn't give her all of his spaces, it gives her 1 of his spaces. Peach throwing down the Zap Orb, getting some coins from it. Still not using her Super Shroom, but she doesn't have enough for the star at this point anyway, so I guess that makes sense. Things could have gone so differently if you just used your orb, Peach. Wario rolling a 2 in a duel space. Still no stars on the board, so he has to force someone to duel for coins. Going after Luigi. What's he gonna stake? 33 coins. He is after all of Luigi's money, it looks like. That is possibly unfortunate. Wario either just secured himself first place, or he is going to be doomed for 4th. And we're playing a little bit of Mass Meteor. A lot of space minigames in Mario Party 6, though I guess that does make sense with the theme of the sun and the moon fighting, which, now that I think about it, is kind of a weirdly common thing in Nintendo games. Kirby Superstars, Mario Party 6 here. I believe Mario in the first Mario and Luigi game, the sun and the moon also kind of had a beef with each other. Like the sun and the moon guys that you get the Firebrand and Thunderhand abilities from. Wario out ahead right now, though, crashing into meteors, trying to avoid them best he can. Luigi is going to have to struggle to catch up here or he's gonna lose all of his coins, but it doesn't look like it's happening. Wario is at the end, and he is the winner of the duel. Luigi gets hit by a meteor and gets hurtled into space. A lot of hurtling into space in this game, too. Wario wins the duel and gets 66 coins. Definitely, I think, giving himself the coin lead. Though the coin star isn't a thing anymore, so that doesn't really matter as much. What does matter is winning minigames, though. More Pokey Punch-Out coming up. All right. This one is always fun. Also reminds me a bit of Pokey Pummel from a different Mario Party game. Alright, let's see. We're punching Pokies, getting points. Doing those jump kicks on the heads to score lots of points at once is always helpful. Right now, Wario's got a pretty significant lead here. But the gap is closing really quick. He's got to hurry up if he wants to secure that lead. Peach pulled out ahead by a point. Wario is back ahead, though. 20 points. There we go. Wario ends up getting it. Yes, he is Wario. You are correct. That is a factually true statement. Okay. Wario doing pretty good right now, but we're heading to nighttime. The last turn of the preliminary round, nobody all game ended up getting that star. There were plenty of opportunities to get that star for some players, but at the end of things, they just didn't care enough. Luigi using his Sluggish Shroom Orb, possibly aiming for a 10, but only getting a 1 and hitting a Happening Space instead. Or maybe he wanted the Happening Space. Even if he doesn't use E.Gadd's teleporter there, the Happening Space still does count towards a Happening Space total for the bonus star. Yoshi kind of wandering in a circle here. Getting a blue space. Princess Peach's turn. Finally using her Super Shroom Orb. After it is far too late to conceivably use it and help her, I think. Getting a 10, an 8, and a 3. A pretty good roll, too. So instead of using it to get a star, we just get to see Princess Peach wander around in a circle. Oh, okay. I think I remember... Alright, hold on. I think I remember what the Bob-omb does now. It ends up cutting down how many spaces you have to roll. And the Paratroopa, it looks like, swaps places in this game. Swaps places with Luigi, that is. It makes a lot more sense, since Luigi, well, Luigi placed down the orb, so of course she swapped with Luigi. Makes a lot more sense to have Paratroopa working in that way than his mysterious coin vacuuming powers in Mario Party 5. Though I'm gonna miss coming up with weird explanations for that. Oh well. Oh, we got a better idea of what some of the orbs do at this point. Our last minigame of the second preliminary round is up. 1 versus 3. Let's see what it is. Conveyor Bolt is our minigame. Players on the upper side are tossing down lightning bolts to try and shock Princess Peach, and, well, they did it. Notably, I think that's a minigame that changes depending on what time of day it is. During the day, I think the 1 player is up above, while the team of 3 are avoiding getting shocked. There are a couple minigames like that. I'll hopefully be able to see all of the different differences. Well played, everybody. It is time for the results. The results that could have been way more exciting if you just used your Super Shroom or Peach. First off, counting everyone's stars. Nobody got any. But sometimes that's how it goes. We'll tally up everyone's coins next. Wario with a pretty significant 92 coins, leading the pack here. And it's time for the bonus stars, which are going to decide the entire rankings, it seems. If you win a bonus award, you get a star. Starting off with a sip of water, so I don't start coughing again. With the minigame star. The minigame star goes to... Wario! Okay, makes a lot of sense. He did have a lot of coins. Orb Star's up next. Who ended up using the most orbs this time around? Probably not Peach. Wario again. I'm pretty sure that means we know who's gonna win this round. But next up we have the Action Star, who landed on the most action spaces, happening spaces, question mark spaces, whatever you wanna call them. They've had like 5 different names. Princess Peach ends up getting a bonus star too. And finally, the moment you've been waiting for. The winner is... not Luigi, not Yoshi, and not Princess Peach. Wario is the winner of the second preliminary round, increasing his chances of getting into the tournament proper.
Wario is superstar.
Yes, he is indeed. Wario ends up pulling off a pretty impressive victory there, I guess. He won at least. He played enough mini games and used enough orbs to get the bonus stars at the end. Wario came in first, Peach in second, Yoshi in third, and Luigi in fourth. And hey, let's see what happened here. Yeah, Wario ended up getting 94 coins from mini games, which I guess that means dual mini games do count, as long as you're not betting stars in the process. It's a little confusing, honestly. Sometimes battle games and dual mini games will count, sometimes they don't, sometimes they only count in certain situations. It's honestly a little hard to keep track of. But Wario ended up using 5 orbs there. Let's see. Luigi hit the most character spaces. Peach with 2 happening spaces. We had 2 duels, 2 miracles. We had 1 Bowser space and no Donkey Kong spaces this time around, which is always a shame, because I like Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is our friend. He is the anti-Bowser. And hey, we get 3 stars for the star bank. Not really helping me out there, guys. Could have performed a little better, I think. But anyway, that's going to call it for the second round of the preliminaries. Thank you very much for watching. This is your good friend Sparky signing off for now. Here's hoping you continue following along with the party, and I'll catch you next time.